everybody, this is Salvi here with the VTuber news coming right up for you. Before that, of course, smash that subscribe button, hit that bell, and the like button as well, and let's get right into it. Hololive is the large VTuber organization that has all of these wonderful people on it, whether it be Hololive English, Hololive Device, Hololive JP, Hololive ID, or the Holostars overall. Today we're talking about them because something came up, and this is unverified as of this moment, but this is what people are saying here. It says, Cover Corp, the owners of Hololive, released their quarterly results, and things look grim. Sales dropped 8.3%, and net profits plummeted 40%, landing just $2.77 million. And that's still profits. That's still good profits. It doesn't mean that they are losing money. It means that they have less money, extra money. This is the net profits are always, for people who don't know, let me just give you a little bit of a refresher course. Profits are everything that comes after, spending money, spending the money and everything like that. Net profits are absolutely everything after tax considerations are putting in there, tax liabilities, everything that has to be paid as a business. Your net profits are after everything gets paid. Your gross profits are everything that comes in after, the general expenditures. The net profits are after everything, including all the pay that you do to everybody, including taxes in this case, the expected taxes, all that kind of stuff that goes on. The net is what is left over. That's the money that they have left over, that free of everything. The main culprit was merchandise sales, which tanked more than 22% to 30.31 million. It all stems from departure of popular VTubers who graduated, which took a big chunk out of the revenue, which makes sense. On top of inventory issues, stock shortages, and also, tariffs did that a bit for still were strong, and expenditures when it comes to fuel and things like that because of issues in the Middle East and the Strait of Hormuz and things like that. That does become an issue. The only thing that saved them from even worse was in-person events like HoloX Concert, Shishido Botan Tournament, which more than doubled their earnings to $6.05 million. Even so, the company swears it's just a temporary rough patch where they restructure the house and are banking on rebounding close to year with $342.33 million in sales. So this isn't like, oh my god, doom and gloom, it's over. Just like it isn't, oh my god, doom and gloom. When other companies have these net income losses, not net profit losses. In this case, they're and even if it's like net profit, in this case, actually net profit is still they have a profit out there. Now, this will affect their stock prices. Absolutely, this will affect their when it comes to everything popping up, because the investors get very, very scared of it. And in fact, I will try to show you what the profits have done, if anything, to their stock. And as shown here, it did have a sudden drop in the beginning. Then it kind of, because people kind of just got past the shock of it all, it did recover from what it was previously, and it had recently had a drop as of their quarterly earnings. The quarter earnings hit around this time, around mid-August they usually do, and you can see here it went from 1,600 to around 15 something. Didn't drop like a huge amount, but it did drop about 3% from what it was previously. Had a sharp drop here, as you can see, and then it kind of recovered itself and dropped again. And this is during that same period. So it does happen, as I mentioned before, when it comes to different people, different investors, they will panic and they will panic sell. Because investors, that's one of the bad things about investors, they don't care what you do. They want money. They want more money, more money, more money. Even if it means screwing over your employees, they don't care. They just want profits to go up, up, up. And it says, probably the shipping tariffs have been rough. Talents have been slowing down with merch releases as well. Notice a bunch of my Oshis didn't have anniversary merch this year. The shipping costs for Hololive merch are complete S. They can even end up costing you twice the price of the merch you bought. And worse is that they're tons, and I really mean it, of stupid simps who practically buy two identical products the same thing. For what? You're taking options away from someone else. Marina and Okai do their streams. Certain pages and sales go through the roof for letting the golden goose go. Not only that, it's just like I said, everybody else that is leaving during that specific period of the last quarter being, of course, 3 months. Now, with their gacha game, they recover fast. Don't underestimate the fans. And the last quarter doesn't count Holodori. As far as I know, it doesn't count Holodori, which Hololive Dreams, because, in order to get out their reports, it's usually a couple of days behind what the actual release was in order to get the report out and stuff like that. So Holodori and Hololive Dreams, which is their main gacha game, is going to bring a lot of income in there. It already has over 2 million people playing it. So yeah, it's going to be, at least that have downloaded it. So it's going to bring a little bit more. So just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a rundown of how things are going when it comes to Cover Corp, and just not, you know, it's not going as well as they would have liked, or anyone that is a fan would have liked. But, you know, it is one of those things that does happen. Ooh, subliminal messaging. Follow the squirrel. Subscribe to the squirrel. This is not a psyop. This is just me being a dumbass. Ooh, subscribe, subscribe. She has finally received something in return from YouTube, at least some sort of DM or something from YouTube, some response after SmugAlana has been banned. Well, she wasn't fully banned. Her videos were removed for allegedly graphic content, allegedly SNN policy, all this other things. There were so many things. Her channel here, as you can tell, has a lot of her most recent stuff, which is still getting a good amount of views. Very glad that she's still getting good amount of views for her stuff here. She's still continuing to do a lot of things out here with reactions and things like that on her main channel, which she has over 500,000. Very good for her to have that much. And this is where it kind of, you know, all ended up, where we will first let you know, of course, they did respond in DMs, like I mentioned before, but we'll let you know what happened here originally. It was the unbanning of the Joe Rogan clip about this specific .com website. Found out about this from the live stream. No email, no DM, no Twitter response. She really does like that it was, you know, put back, but she doesn't like that she still has a guideline strike. She doesn't have a copyright strike, but she has a guideline strike that's going to stay for 90 days, I believe. It does generally affect your how many views you get, how many people watch your stuff. That generally is what ends up happening there. And it was for allegedly violent or graphic content with mosquitoes getting squished. Apparently, the mosquitoes' lives matter, apparently, for YouTube. There's a real possibility that we're discontinue reacting to or looking at any shorts of any clip content or anything like that, which luckily she hasn't done, but I do understand why she has been a bit more reticent, I will say, to put those things out again, because it seems like she is being targeted. It could very well be mass reporting, as that does happen on YouTube. That does happen on pretty much every social media platform. You do get mass reported. You do get those things that happen. And the vast majority of warning strikes, community guideline, are that I get almost always posted somewhere else on YouTube, someone else's channel. So she usually finds out by some other people, never by YouTube themselves. That's why she went so aggressive this time in trying to get answers, because she never has been able to in the past. And of course, the Joe Rogan clip, the original Joe Rogan clip, was never affected by any of this, which is the problem that people are seeing here. This is the original one here, as you can see here. And, you know, she doesn't want to sound like a broken record, but she is continuing to get hit the way that I had mentioned before. And still getting strikes, 7-day bans, 90-day duration strikes, that type of stuff. It stresses her out as it would for any content creator, honestly. And she has several editors who do double check these things. She has editors who do double check these things and make sure everything's fine, and then she still gets hit. That's what annoys her. And over here, she shows the actual, comments, no, not comments, but conversation she had with when it says PM Rika, usually it will be AI, unless they go for a supervisor. She's talking to a supervisor here, then it is an actual person, but she does have these things here. And she does really, at this point in time on August 12th, she really wanted a response from YouTube. She did get it. It says, respond to DMs, don't post videos of any mosquitoes. You get flagged for animal attacks. Strike won't be removed. The respondent said Joe Rogan clip was a mistake, even though I appealed it and it got rejected at the first time. Says Sin VTuber says, I really hope this gets fixed, Alana. Enjoy the vibes and really takes real takes from your videos. Now right into the VTubing lane, so forgive me if I'm ignorant. Why not post on X, Rumble, or other streaming sites? Because YouTube is the biggest one. YouTube is the one that gets your reach. She already has over 500,000 people on YouTube. It would be not irresponsible, but it would be not good for her to not put it on YouTube, to put it on other places, because that would severely limit her reach, severely limit the community that she can reach, the new people that she can get out there. Not only increases your reach, but potentially gets double watch and insulates you from bad or competent stuff. And I think what this person says is good here. I misread it originally, but what they actually said, again, I'm correcting myself here. What they actually said was post it on X and things like that, just as well as YouTube. Again, the reach won't be great. It does increase the reach a little bit, but again, the reach won't be great. And a lot of people will not look. I mean, I guess eventually you can get people to look at your stuff on Twitter in case if things are removed on YouTube. But she does have a following on Twitter, but it is not anywhere near as big as her following on YouTube. You can see here, 93k followers. Holy crap, that's a lot. But it's not anywhere near her following on YouTube. So she still will be limiting people that will reach her here. She'd have to put something on YouTube saying, hey, I have it here now, that kind of stuff. And yeah, people are saying, you know, YouTube is a clown, beyond incompetence, straight up pettiness. So it's bad. I've always railed against this. I railed against this last time, that it is really bad that people are just doing this to her and just feeling like this is, you know, perfectly fine for whatever reason. YouTube thinking it's perfectly fine for that to be removed. You guys let me know what you think, though. Luckily, like I said, she is still making content. She is still putting stuff out there. She is still reacting to stuff, which is what people are looking for in this one, obviously, by the amount of views that she gets on average for these things. People are looking for her takes on these things. So, of course, she's going to continue to post things here. Be a little bit more careful, I guess, which sucks, because the things that she did get hit for, she should never have gotten hit for. You guys let me know what you think, though. The person behind Elfinpsyop has returned, and they have decided to, reach the drama and talk about the drama 100%. Just react to it and let people know her side of the story. The whole situation happened here in, the main video that came out was Muchin's video about the whole thing, and it was primarily faced several backlash after claiming she lied about her age, previously sending explicit images of herself implying she was a minor at the time, before later retracted the statement admitting she fabricated the confession. She has, allegedly she's very edgy, as this is what she says. Community and personal drama. Her history included permanent ban on Twitch, Senate disputes over ethnic background, public arguments using slurs, allegations of vendor abandonment and merchandise deals, account deactivation. She did deactivate her account. There are several allegations that she goes through here. I'm not going to go through the full 17 minutes here with you. I have taken notes of what I saw and what I, I went through it myself. I watched it all myself in order to get some stuff here. Some stuff may seem contradictory, but let me just let you know, in general, the general idea of what she was. He says that a lot of things that were said that were false. She never tried to hide who she really was. She never tried to hide that her sardines was Elfinpsyop. She knows that things are wrong. Some things she said, weren't that great, which her being too edgy. And she also says that a lot of the things that were said about her were wrong, and that she feels that she is guilty to prove it innocent. Also, the negative Twitter messages that are from an impersonator. She did not have the Elfinpsyop Twitter, allegedly. She says she did not have an Elfinpsyop Twitter. She uses Sardines Twitter, or the Twitter tied to the Sardines channel that you're seeing here. She used that one specifically. She did edgy memes on Twitter as Sardines, and that's what got her a lot of hate. She says she got her a lot of people not liking her because she was very edgy. She was very edgy, and that can be, offensive to some. She was looking for guys to be with. Yes, she was looking to actually date people. She understands that is not something that she should have done as a VTuber. Not something that she should not have done, but something that is looked down upon as a VTuber. And she was looking through her fans to try to find someone to date, or someone to be with, or male companionship, or what have you on those things. And she understands that is something that's not seen very lightly or seen very kindly in the VTuber community. She rejected many of the people that she was looking at and blocked a lot of them as well. She, after doing that, she says she got a lot of serious threats against her life, and also threats of violence of the, aggressive sexual nature, we'll just say. And she claims the Google Doc, the intimate nature, we'll say, more than anything, intimate nature. The Google Doc that was done by the people wanting to ruin her for not being with them. That's what she claimed. She claims that the people, after they got rejected, one of the main people there was allegedly a 30-year-old that was rejected by her, and every single person that she was looking at for, more intimate stuff, was over the age of 18. She verified it. She made sure of it, all that kind of stuff. So she was not grooming anyone under the age of 18. And they did try to twist the narrative, say they were groomed, and they were adults. So grooming usually means, of course, minors. But grooming can be done for let me just clarify something. Grooming can be done for people that have diminished mental capacity, or in some way maybe have there are people that are 30, etc., that have the mental age of 12, 10, etc. Those people can be groomed because it is taking advantage of whatever weaknesses they have to get a benefit from them. There's a lot of AI created voice messages and more that people used against her from people that admitted that they were haters of hers. A lot of things out there she's heard where AI created either images or actual voices. These are all things that she's saying. Take it with a grain of salt. Take it however you want. Underage person in the server was never DM'd or talked to in any way. That way, when it came to the underage person, it was allegedly a person that was over the age of, under the age of 18, and it was this person here, this Papa Pyro, that was mentioned here. They were not being groomed. They were just talked to in many cases publicly, and they themselves said that they were not groomed. They were not commissioned for any NSFW art. They were talked to inside of the server. They did ID ban them when they found out that they were under the age of 18. And yeah, that's the main thing that she's saying there. She was called a PDF for even having someone under the age of 18 in her server, and once she found out, she did remove them. So until she found out that, she just treated everybody in the 18 plus server that she had as 18 plus. I'm sorry that a lot of this is just me talking. I was trying to go over this because this is an 18-minute video, trying to get it shorter, way shorter than that. Pre-VTubing, she did have a boyfriend. She did not extort anyone. The person who gave her the money, because allegedly the people were saying that she extorted $30,000 from somebody. The person who gave them the money freely, and she also shows proof in this video of that. She said she was doxxed, harassed, threatened. She never denied being. Also, that there's also the other things alleging her being a racist, alleging her hating her Pakistani roots. She never denied being Pakistani. She actually made jokes about it. She actually made memes about it. People were saying that was one of the things that made it so that she was denying it, etc. You can take, memes can be too edgy, memes can be bad, memes can be in poor taste. Absolutely. That's absolutely something that I think even she would agree with, but those were memes, and she never denied being Pakistani. Said many people are just making fun of her voice and her problems, saying also that she was making autism, trying to sexualize autism, trying to do that type of thing there. She alleges, she didn't do that. She didn't do any of that. She admits she made a ton of mistakes. She just wants to go against the lies that have been spread. Now you guys can watch the full video there. You can see the person. I'm just letting you know who she was there. She was in Sardines 1.04654. You can go there on TikTok, take a look at it yourself, and take a look at everything that she said there to see the full story. Just trying to give you a short rundown of a nearly 20-minute video that she made. So just let me know what you guys think. Let me know if I should have covered the whole video or whatever. But I just wanted to give you the short rundown version of everything, just so you don't have to go through, because I would make it probably 30-35 minutes in total. I wanted to make it more like less than 10 minutes instead. So let me know what you think. We have a serious update with Quetzu Solscale, which is a female English language VTuber who used to be part of VAllure, the former a VTuber agency, and we are talking about something that is going on with their personal life right now. Soulmates, as you've noticed, I haven't been streaming much. I've been taking care of my grandpa. Got news that his cancer has metastasized everywhere in his body and is now at stage 4. That is what sucks when things move on, because for the big C word, you do have different stages of how far it goes, if it moves on to different parts of the body, if it metastasizes, which is like solidifies, like kind of it starts spreading and things like that. It starts taking hold in different parts of the body. For those who don't know, the big C word in general is a malformation of genetic material. Usually it morphs, and it's your own cells that morph into something that becomes very damaging. They become something else. They mutate into those types of cells, which take a lot of nutrients and everything and from your body. Also, they stopped acting like the cells that they were, and they're just becoming like a foreign cells as well. Be doing Guerrilla streams for a while, be doing lots of ASMR videos. This is something that is tough, and the only thing, unfortunately, that we have in order to get rid of it is quite literally poisoning the body in order to get rid of this. We have things that end the game end. I have to say all these things because of freaking YouTube. Game end the cells and finish off the cells, and that is stuff that finishes off every other living cell in your body. It attacks every cell of the body that it comes into contact with, not just those cells, but it's kind of like a give and take. Do you want to have the cells, the bad C cells, or not? So that's unfortunately one thing that happens. It is very unfortunate to hear this from her, and I do wish her the best in the future. Hololive Productions is a Japanese corporation, a Japanese agency that has many branches and many things underneath them. And today we're talking about the specific Hololive side of it, the female side of it, which is Hololive Grand Reception, invitation filled with gratitude. The countdown to release the key visual begins today. We'll be unveiling silhouettes of talents dressed in newly drawn costumes for the event. Today we reveal silhouettes of Hololive device here. The Tokyo venue is going to be the first half of 2026. 10/10/2026 is going to be the first half of it to 10/28 on a Wednesday, which is it's going to be October. Second half is going to be October 31st to 11/23, which is November 23rd, Monday to a holiday at Tokyo Dream Park. And we have the Hololive Grand Reception, something that I've covered before, the whole thing here, the times that it's going to be on, the Dream Park EX Studio 7, it's going to be all there. And what we're going to have here is, this is the key visual that's going to have Hololive device and others there. It's great to see. They're going to have some device members, some other members here. You can see many of them. Very cute there. It's going to be great to see every single one of them there and see the grand reception. It's going to be a whole big thing there. As well as that part, we do have a secondary thing, which is special survey is now open. Answer questions from Hololive talents, and your responses will be featured as part of the exhibition. What would make you happiest if you received the birthday gift from X? If you could make just one request to XX, what would it be? And all these types of things, all until the 31st of August. The survey response period, it is a form.gle. It's a Google form. Special site is here as well, the one that I just showed you before. And that is great because I'm not sure the Kaigai Nikki is going to be able to do this. I'm not sure. But you have here Ancient Stone Biju, and yes, a lot of the Kaigai Nikki are going through it there. So I'm going to try my best to just let you guys know about these things. That's what I try my best to let you guys know about these things. And of course, hopefully, all goes well. Aki Rosenthal is a female Japanese VTuber associated with Hololive, debuting as part of its first generation of VTubers alongside Mel, Matsuri, Fubuki, and Hato. And we are taking a look at her because she has a new outfit. I had covered this before about Aki Rose's outfit recently in a video, and I do want to actually show it to all of you because I am absolutely happy that she has had a new looking outfit. She has here with all the outfits. She's doing a bit of a walk with all the different outfits that she's had in the past, whether it be fest outfits, idol outfits, different more relaxed outfits, the green jacket outfit, that looks more like doing gym type of stuff, the different idol ones that she's had. She's walking with every single one, the most recent diner outfit, and of course we're gonna have some other outfits that she has there, and we're gonna take a look at this new one here that she's gonna give us a bit of a look at, and as always, taking a look at everything that people have in the way that their art is. I always, I'm amazed by how great the art is of different ones here. This one's funny here of all the different things that she has on there. All the different ones that she has, some of them a little bit more just fully covered, other ones just different styles. You can see here some of the things that she says there. And we have some a little bit more, showing a bit more. Others here where you have Matsuri, Fubuki, Hato, and Aki Rose, all their chibis, making one full form there. And that is very cute. That is very cute. So showing everything here and showing you a little bit more and getting to the point where she actually starts showing everything, as you can see here. She shows the grippers first. Then a bit more. Then she shows her hair. And the full look. Let's go to a little bit. There we go. With everything on, like the full on, it's like a Red Riding Hood. It reminds me very much of Red Riding Hood type of thing. I don't know exactly what those are called. I don't know if it's a shawl or anything, but I know exactly what they're called. But they're like, it's like the Red Riding Hood type of thing. It's very, very nice. Very nicely done. There is the reference sheet that she has there. And, of course, taking a look at everything there. I don't know why it had a little bit of an issue. I do apologize for that. A cloak. Yeah, I think it might be a cloak. I think it might be more of a cloak. We'll take a look here at the other stuff here. Of course, the movement of it is very nice. It's very well made. Like, she's very, very mobile. Lots of things are very flowy. And, of course, she has some things that she wants to show in the green screen. The problem is with using this as a green screen is that, unfortunately, since she has a lot of green in the actual outfit, it maybe a blue screen would have been better or something like that. Some different color, red screen, something like that, in order to, because of the green in her stuff, that might become a bigger issue overall. So we're going to go here to take a look at everything that she does. Very, 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 very glad that she has this.
Thank you, Red Super.
The very, very cute that she has there. She has blinking, she has winking, she has all this kind of stuff. Very cute. And I am very glad that they have this for her.
I don't really remember what happened, but I was like, I said hi, and then I kept bowing, and they were so nice. They were so chill. I blacked out. They were so chill. I mean, look at them. They were so chill.
They look very relaxed.
Care if this
They're used to it, is the thing.
I don't know. I don't care if it was just politeness. Wait, no. I gotta start from the beginning. So I said hi, and I was like, I've listened to your music for so long. Been a big fan of Naruto.
Now, here's the thing with me. Number one, I'm never that popular, and I won't ever be that popular. But number two, I hyperventilate talking to people outside of this space, of course. But like, I have anxiety just talking to folks. I have a whole different problem from that. It's whether they be famous or not. I'm like, when it comes to that, I go insane. And that is well, maybe it's the squirrel part of me doing that. I don't know, but yeah, I lose it. Thank you guys for watching as always, and of course take a look, and if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.